Well, that's exactly my dilemma that I don't have a niche. And so I've been trained in the traditional way of coaching, which is, the ICF style of coaching, which is basically mirroring and, kind of reflecting, what the client is saying and allowing them to find their own answers, right? Uh, and through that training, and that's something that, I mean, of course, I'm very new to it. I won't say that I have, all the answers, and there's so much more to learn and explore. But there is a bit of that challenge where, like I know if I'm having a conversation with somebody, I may be able to drive value, but on the face of it, what am I, typically, if you tell somebody, you're a coach,
Mm,
their follow-up question is, what kind of a coach? And now the kind of coaches that I'm seeing on, Instagram and, Facebook and all these ads that keep popping up, that the kind of value those coaches are driving is, very different in a way, I would say, or at least its style of coaching is very different. And that's something I would like to do,
mm,
but because I'm not trained to do that, I'm just kind of, stuck
mm,
like,
mm,
what am I doing? And it's this
mm.
constant back and forth, and that, just shakes up my confidence, and I don't know, where to go from there. And then the follow-up dilemma, of course, comes back because, I quit my job last year, so it's been, tricky in that sense. Yeah, found out about coaching, and it's something that resonated with me. I felt that's something that I could be good at, and would like to do that. But yes, at the end of the day, we doing to earn an income and kind of have a professional setup.
And
So yeah,
as the
that's
clock ticks, right, the pressure goes higher. It's been a year now.
yeah, absolutely. Even now, whatever I've learned, if I'm in a conversation with somebody, I can drive value, as I said before.
Yeah.
But to structure it professionally, to say, okay,
Mm,
this is what you can get out of it, this is what I'm offering,
mm,
that's
mm,
I'm lacking, and I'm unable to
mm, mm, mm.
kind of
So you're able to see that it is out there. There's a certain style, there's a way of doing it. So that there is maybe knowledge how to that's stopping you, how to do certain
sure.
things,
Yeah,
right? And maybe certain amount of skills of how do these people do what they do.
yeah,
So it's the knowledge and it's the skill, both that may be stopping you, right? But the intention is right. The intention is in place with whatever
sure.
you're doing right now as a coach. So tell me if you do get the knowledge. If let's say knowledge wasn't a problem and skill wasn't a problem, if you knew what to do, how to do, when to do exactly, if you had all those things in place, and somewhere down the line sooner than later you also get, let's say, a niche where you feel very passionate about, which is also a profitable niche. Let's say all of this falls into place. Okay, what do you actually want to create? How big do you see yourself growing if these limitations weren't there and all of this falls into place eventually? Where do you see yourself as a coach? Do you want to keep it small? Do you want to like make it, turn it into a proper profession where you big in your niche? So you don't need to know see specifics now. I just want you to see the picture and tell me about it.
I think for the longest time, I thought I wanted to keep it small, but now, as more and more that I'm seeing, so recently, just 2, 3 weekends ago, I attended a workshop, and there's like a room full of 500 people. The amazing trainer on the stage, and the energy that he brought into the room for like 3 straight days. So that was like, this is like
Mm.
dream come true for anybody. Although I have like stage fright, I mean, I don't even know how to even like go
So
and
if we
speak in a
consider that all
but
this falls into place, that's something you would want.
absolutely, why not? Because see, I think in the whole process, what you make for yourself, in terms of, popularity or money, I think it's a byproduct of it. But the initial thought and at the core of it is, being able to impact and influence people.
Hmm.
So why not? And if I can, make a good life for myself while doing that,
Mm. So
like,
tell me, if
then
let us say that you few years down the line, let's say 2, 3, 4 years down the line, you're on stage and you've just finished a seminar with like 500 people and you're feeling amazing. You've got that kick and you're feeling incredible, all right? And you're looking back at the Anjali who's here right now. And you were to give her advices of what she should do now, what are the few 2, 3 things that she should do that she can get from here to there? Broad level advices. What advices would you give her?
uh more action oriented, more practice in terms of since I have stage fright, so like being able to, even if it's like make a video and not even show it to anybody, just show it to myself, but at least make that video and have the confidence to put myself out there and have more confidence in my abilities. I think that's something that I have definitely struggled with pretty much all my life. So yeah, I think these three things would be, of course,
Wonderful. And
learning and continuous upskilling goes with it. But
absolutely, absolutely. And what made her go there? What you are saying is going to help you grow a little. It'll help you break through right now. What's taken her there? How has she gotten there? That's not an easy place to get.
definitely no.
How has she gotten there? What skill sets do you see? How do you see her speaking? How is she as a person? What has been her values or her philosophy that's gotten her there?
I think for me, I would say that my authenticity and my genuine, you know, intention to impact people.
So she put people first, right? She prioritized others. She said that, hey, I have not taken this step to give up my job and start this to play it small. I have done it to play it big. I have not taken this decision because I want to influence a few. I have made this decision because I want to like go all out and go to the like reach my potential now, cross my potential. I have taken this decision so that I can make myself proud, others proud, make my life worthy,
Yeah.
right? And she has lived by that philosophy, and I'm doing this for others, right? And when you do things for others, do you just kind of do little bit at a time, or do you just kind of go and get what you want? You go and get the things you don't have.
I think I I do get influenced very quickly in the sense that I'll start something with all my passion and all my heart, and if I don't get the desired,
That's motivation.
it just
That's
fizzles
motivation.
out.
That is motivation. Motivation is different. Motivation is just getting temporarily motivated. Motivation is very different from real, true intention to make a difference. Motivation is very different from real passion.
Hmm.
Real passion is when you realize that every single day you don't do what you should be doing. Every single day you don't live up to the best version of yourself. Every single day you delay your progress. You're delaying the progress of 10 other people. I told a client of mine recently when she said that I don't know how I can't see those people. I said, you can't see the people, but they're there. All those people, Anjali, you are going to impact are there out there in the world. They're living their lives and they're waiting that one day Anjali is going to get up. She is going to work with all her power. She's going to do it consistently. And one day I'm going to meet that coach who's going to change my life, and that's going to be you. Now, if you realize that a teenager somewhere or a woman somewhere in desperate situations, somebody who genuinely needs is waiting for you, what would you do? When you can't see them, you can ignore them. But right now, you can see them. They're there. Not one, many. Even if you change like a few lives like that, if you stop a kid from committing suicide, make a woman make a decision that she can live with dignity. You make a man come out of his fear of failure so that he can love himself again. That's a human being that you have touched. So we are not talking here about products, we're talking about people, and that's amazing. Because once you impact that person, right, that's your gift for life.
Yeah, true.
And imagine doing that for not one, two, three, four, but in masses. The only question you need to ask yourself now is, am I playing it for myself or am I doing it for others? The moment you shift your perspective and start solving people's problems, your niche will also become clear. Because you will start realizing that, okay, what problems can I solve? Today, you are doing it for yourself. You're saying, I have a product, I have something, and somehow people have to come, and you're a little okay with marketing and sales now, right?
Hmm.
But if you think about it, if you completely thrash what you're thinking and you start thinking that, okay, what problems can I solve? Who is in trouble? What kind of group can I add value? What life experiences do I have? And how can I contribute to this certain set of people? And then you start thinking about them, their problems, solving their problems, your niche is going to appear. And because you're doing deep rooted, genuine work for people, they will come, they will pay, they will become your clients, they will take action. So you need to kind of flip the way you're looking at everything. It's not about you. It's not about how much you learned. It's not about any of it. It's about getting whatever you need in terms of knowledge or skill sets and taking action because it's out there. It's not like it's not out there. You just, if you lack confidence, it just means that you don't know enough. Once that knowledge comes, that skill comes, like for example, doing a live demo like this in front of so many people, most people would shudder. What if I do something wrong? What if I don't every single time I do live demos and every single time is beautiful because it's skill sets. So rely on your skill sets. You need to be skilled. Is that making
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, absolutely. And I do have that awareness that there are skills that are missing, and I'm like I said, need to be more action oriented. I think
So what are
that's
you going to
where
do right away? What is it, one or two things that you will start doing right away that you are able to consistently work on this? So right now is the question in your mind that should I quit? Or is the question in your mind that how can I make this big?
how can I make this big for sure?
That is the question you need to ask yourself, right? You ask the wrong questions, you get the wrong answers.
Yeah.
You have taken the plunge. It's a beautiful plunge. It's a beautiful ocean. You can swim through it. You can swim with the dolphins. Okay? You just got to make a choice, make a plan, take the right decisions, and it's going to fall into place. Okay? Your niche will also fall into place. Just stop thinking about your product, start thinking about people and solutions.
Thank you. Thank you. That's so
Yes?
amazing. Yeah.
So I'm really happy we could have this conversation. Let's give Anjali a
Likewise.
round of applause. Wonderful speaking to you, Anjali.